Hi and welcome back to my channel. This is Linda from Beginner Wire Jewellery. Today we're continuing the Beginner Wire series and I'll show you how to make this simple spiral wire link. This versatile component can be used in so many ways, as an earring, a necklace, a connector, or even as part of a chain for bracelets and necklaces. It's a great technique for beginners and a lovely building block for your future designs. So let's get started. Okay, so I've cut myself a piece of 18 gauge wire at 13 centimeters, which is 5 inches. So we're going to take our round nose pliers now, and I'm going to come up about halfway up my plier there, and I'm going to turn a loop, bring it all the way over to touch the wire. Now, as I've shown you before, that's a P shape, well, a backwards P shape. Oh no, it's actually a front. It's the right P shape. Goodness, Linda. Whatever. Oh gosh. Okay, and to me that's not professional, so I'm going to give that a little clip like that. Flush cutting it. Flush side of your pliers. Your cutters rather. And giving it a nice round shape like that. Then I'm going to come in with my 6-step pliers, if I can get them here underneath the light and the camera. And I'm going to use this mandrel here. So 1, 2, 3, the third size on your mandrel. I've got the loop facing towards me. And I'm going to come in there like that with my pliers snug up against it. Like that. And I'm going to turn a loop, bringing it all the way around. And then keep going. So open your pliers up so that this bit here can slip under it, and bring your wire around till it's sitting there at the bottom. As you can see, that's like in a straight line there. Okay, for the next step, now you could use this mandrel here, and if you wanted a more petite looking component, then use that one here, but I'm going to use my wrap and tap, which is a bit bigger. So I'm using this mandrel here on my wrap and tap, and I'm coming in with it this way like that. If I can get this under the camera, come on. And I'm going to bring this wire around. Bring it all the way around till it meets up and you've got a lovely circle there like that. Just straighten that back into line a little bit there. Yep, I think that looks better. And then I'm going to grab my cutters. Oh goodness, I've got tools and beads and goodness knows what here today. I've been very busy. So I have to have a clean up shortly when I'm ready to pack up for the day. All right, I'm going to cut about here. And grab my, I'll do my round nose, yeah, I'll do my round nose pliers. I'm going to take this loop, take this tail rather, like this, and supporting it. I'm just going to start that bend, get it going, because we have to come in at a different angle. So I just want to get that wire heading in that direction, like that. Now this can be, actually it's easier if you open it up so you can get in there and get your pliers in there. And I'm going to finish this loop now. I'm just turning that over and do it slowly and gently. Get a nice shape on it. Bring it back in and up. And I'm just going to take a look at it. It looks pretty good, but it's not good. It's not great. well, it's not to my liking. So if yours looks a bit like mine does, and mine looks like this because I'm trying to do it under a camera. I know I say that every week, but that's the truth. And it's also, I'm saying it also to people that come in that are new, that don't realise how hard it is to do this type of thing under a camera. Okay, I'm just going to support that there a bit. Roll it up a little bit more. I'm just looking at that thinking, do I like, actually I like that shape. It's sort of gone a little bit egg shape, but I actually like that a bit more than I like the full-on round. So I might leave mine like that. You can fiddle around and get yours more round if you like, but I actually like that little bit of an egg shape there. I think that looks pretty cool, something a little bit different. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to hammer that. So I'm going to get my block and my metal hammer. Now I want my top loop here facing this way, the way that it is, so I'm going to hammer on that side. No, I'm going to hammer on the opposite side. Well, it depends. It doesn't matter. It depends on, you just need one to be like mirror each other. So whatever way you you choose to do it, but just make sure you do the other one on the opposite side. So I'm just going to give that a light hammer up here around the top, and the same on this side here, just lightly. And bring the hammer around. And then I'm going to hammer this out a little bit more so it spreads this part here of the wire. So I'm hammering a bit heavier. And sorry if you've got earphones on. Okay, just let me take a look at that. Yes, I like that. That looks really nice. Okay, from here, if you wanted to, that's all you need to do, except I'm just going to straighten this up a little bit here. Just so that otherwise hidden behind. So from here, this could be a link in a chain. You know, you just link them all together. I wouldn't do a full chain on it, just a few here and there with you know, a normal chain in between each one, or you could turn it into an earring. I've done this earring here. That one's a bit smaller there. I made a smaller loop there, and that one's really round, so you can see the difference there. You can also make, where's my other one gone? Here, two of them, attach a bead in the middle, add some chain, and have your chain as long as you want it around your neck. This is a very petite looking one, so I would say this one, when I finish making this one would be sitting, you know, that little notch that you've got in your neck there. I can't think what the measurement is for there. I think it's either 16 or 18 inches. I can't totally remember. I'm hopeless at stuff like that. Yeah, so you would add, I've got a beautiful briolet bead there that's got this beautiful, I hope it's showing up in the video. It's kind of like a spiderweb effect on it. I mean, it's faceted, but if you can see in between, it's got, I think they call that chatoyant. See, I would just call it a shimmer, but it's lovely. And I cannot remember the name of the stone. I wish I could. I bought it such a long time ago. I've got a few of them actually. But yeah, so that would make a lovely necklace. You could do a couple of big ones, this one, and add if you wanted a more, I don't want to say chunky because it's not a chunky necklace, but a more, oh gosh, why does the word vibrant keep popping into my head? That's not the word I would use. I'm just going to say chunky, okay, because I can't think of another word. So the same idea here, but it as you can see, it's a big difference. It's a bigger stone, a bigger link. You could do another 2 links on that and then add some chain to it, or whatever you wanted to add, leather or ribbon, or you know, whatever that you would like. That's here up to you. So that's a very quick tutorial this week, but I've had just such a busy week, and I wanted to get something out for you guys. And yeah, so I decided this is what I would do. And it just shows you more about how to use your tools than anything else. Okay, guys, well, that's it from me for this week. Don't forget my Facebook group. I'll leave a link down the bottom if you'd like to join the private Facebook group. It's a very safe group, very respectful group. Plenty of advice and support and whatever you need there in that group. My Patreon, I'll leave a link down the bottom for my Patreon. I just relaunched that this week, and I have a new tutorial up there. Plus I think there's about 12 tutorials from when I first started my Patreon before, and then I left it off for like a year or a year and a half, something like that. Yes, I've just relaunched it. If you'd like to join, there's the link down the bottom for that. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next beginner wire jewellery lesson. I'll also link the rest of the beginner series in the description so you can continue building your skills step by step. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next tutorial. Take it easy. Go out there and make something beautiful, and make sure you're having fun while you're doing it. Bye, guys.